Alright, so let me ask you something. How much of your life is actually yours? Not the version of your life that people expect, not the choices you make to make yourself happy or your parents happy, not the opinions you adopted just to fit in. I mean your life. What do you truly want? Now be honest, how often do you stop yourself from something just because you're afraid of what people will think? Most people live like they're on stage, constantly performing for people's approvals, trying to look right, trying to sound right, even when it's killing them inside. So that ends today. This video is to show you that you have to stop living for people's approvals, to stop caring about what others think, to stop overthinking and shrinking yourself to a life that never belonged to you. You're not crazy for what people think. You're human. We're wired for belonging. Thousands of years we've been rejected by tribes, meaning that, so we've evolved to seek approval. So to be accepted is something that's always been in our nature. But the problem is that now we're trying to belong to everyone. We let strangers on the internet, people that we don't even like, dictate our self-worth. One negative comment, one silent judgment, one side eye, and suddenly we're all over the place. But you gotta understand something. We're not born to please everyone. You're born to live, grow, and explore. You can't do any of that if you're constantly working for someone else's approval and trying to fit into stuff that you're not even supposed to fit in. So ask yourself, who am I living for? And if the answer isn't me, it's time to change that. You want to know something scarier than rejection? It's regret. Every time you don't speak up, you lose a piece of yourself. Every time you say yes, when you meant to say no, you betray your own truth. Every time you silence your ideas, your dreams, your opinions, just to keep the peace, you pay a price. And it adds up. And this shows up as anxiety, as burnout, and as that quiet voice in your head that whispers, this isn't who I really am. And the worst part, most people are worried about impressing, but they're not even thinking about you. Like, for real, they're not even thinking about you, and they're not lying in bed obsessing over what you did. They're actually thinking about themselves, just like you are. So don't give power and control to them over your life. You are the only one that have the right to make the decisions for this life that you're living. You owe it to yourself to live the life that you've always thought, and even if it makes people uncomfortable. So now here's the question that changed my life. Whose voice is that in your head? Think about it. When you hesitate, when you doubt yourself, when you feel guilty for being too loud, too bold, whose voice is that? Is it your parents, your teachers, an ex, that one friend who always made fun of you, who made you feel small? Often it's not your voice that's holding you back. It's an old voice. It's someone else's fears, shames, judgments that got planted into you, into your mind when you were young to question yourself. But guess what? You can delete that voice. You can replace it with your own. A voice that says, I'm allowed to take up space. I don't need to explain myself. I can be kind and have my own boundaries. So the next time you hear that inner critic, ask, is this my truth or is it someone else's limits? Then choose which one you want to live by. Now let's be honest here. You're probably thinking, okay, I get it, but how do I actually stop caring? Well, I'm gonna show you how. You gotta decide what matters. You don't need to be immune to judgment. You just need to filter it. There are maybe 5 to 7 people in your life who really matter, people who know your heart, who want you to grow. Everyone else is background noise. You build confidence by taking small risks. Post that video, wear that outfit, let people see the real you, that you can get used to it. And you gotta sit with discomfort. You know, it's going to feel weird at first, but you second guess yourself. That's normal, but you're not here to be perfect. You're here to be free. Your value doesn't come from people's approvals. It comes from knowing who you are as a person and standing in that truth even when it's hard. So what does this actually look like to live life on your own terms? It doesn't mean being rude. It doesn't mean ignoring feedback or living in a bubble. It means owning your story, making decisions that align with your values, taking risks that light you up, saying yes and no when it matters, just being you fully, even if it makes other people uncomfortable, sad, angry at you. Because the truth is, the people who matter will love you more when you're real, when you're honest, when you say no when you can't do something. And the ones who don't, they were never really for you. So let's talk about the people that are below you, haters, critics, the people who throw shade when you start shining. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. You could be the kindest, most generous, most careful person in this world, and someone will still misunderstand you, misjudge you, project your own issues onto you. But you gotta just let them be. Their opinions say more about them than it does about you. Your job is not to fix their misunderstanding. Your job is to keep showing up in your truth. You can't argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You don't water people who make others feel more comfortable. Don't spend your life trying to fix their life to try to make your life better. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to become that person that is your own destiny in this life. So let me make this clear. This is your life. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Why you cut off people, why you change careers, why you finally choose you. You are allowed to grow, to change, to become someone new. You don't need permission. You don't need that green light. But I will tell you something. You do need one thing, which is self-honesty. And if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, this is true for me, then that's enough. You got to live this life with conviction, with boldness, and let your courage give other people the permission to do the same. Here's my challenge to you. Starting today, I want you to do something small to live your life on your own terms. Maybe it's something saying no without over-explaining. Maybe it's posting something that you've been afraid to share. Maybe it's sitting with yourself and asking, what do I really want? You spend enough time living for other people's approvals. Now this is your time. Your time to shine, your time to do whatever you feel you've always wanted to do without having to worry about the people's approvals. You stop caring about what others think, start caring about what you think. So just let go. Put yourself free out there, and as you go, you will start to figure it out. And don't apologize for anything that you don't need anyone's permission. You never did. And the only thing standing between you and the life that you want is your obsession with being liked. That ends today. You gotta go live. Be honest and live life on your own terms, because the people who matter, they'll respect it, and the ones who don't, you just gotta let them go. So comment below, what are you done apologizing for? Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we're just getting started. Be uploading more videos, but I really do appreciate it.